I'm gonna cry. Hi. It's me, Alydia. Alydia. That's me. Oh, I'm gonna just make this a little prettier. Ooh.
Smoking!
Yes. Stunning. This goes over here. Anything on my mind, big dreams, my name in the lights. My name in the lights. That's my name. Okay, so summer is almost over, which feels insane to me. Like, it feels like just yesterday was the summer solstice. Well, like last week, I guess. Just last week. I'm hyperbolizing a little bit. But I wanted to make a video, just kind of like wrapping up. I need to, okay, you know what? It'll turn off eventually. Okay. It will turn off eventually. But, yeah, I feel like this summer went by really quickly. And at the same time, I did so much. I feel satisfied with my time and how I spent it. I don't feel like I wasted the summer, which is, wow. That's incredible. I didn't go swimming though, at all. Which is a bummer. But there will be more options. Yeah, I'm very proud of myself for all the things that I did. Which include, let's see, several open mics. And something I realized about that is, like, I can imagine all I want singing in front of a bunch of people. And when I started this journey, at the beginning of the summer, I quit my job and all that, not really knowing what I was going to do, but hoping in my mind that I could pursue music. That's, like, the main thing that I want to do. But my body would still get nervous. And it still does. Going and singing in front of people. And, like, that's like a human thing. Like, my soul knows that, like, it's not a big deal, I can do it. But my body wasn't used to it anymore. Like, used to getting up in front of people, having eyes on me, being perceived and judged, and sharing my creations, like, was still very nerve-wracking for me. And it still is, but there's a lot more room for excitement now that I have gotten over a lot of the fear. Like, I've been going to open mics every week for the last several weeks. So, like, I'm very... I can see myself in that mirror over there. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. You've been going to that open mic, several open mics, consistently for like 4 months now. That's incredible, Alydia. That's incredible. I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. I did not think that was a thing that I could do. That was a thing that was like, I don't really know that I want to do that. I don't know if I was scared of my community. I guess so. I was scared to be seen in my community. I don't know. I think growing up in the digital renaissance, And the turnover from local community to global community, I think there's been a lot of people have forgotten that like their local community is just as important, if not more important, than the global community. And I'm really trying to remember that. In fact, I'm actually going to start hosting an event starting in October in Milwaukee here for creatives, people who, you know, have little crafts or whatever they want to work on. A weekly little thing where people can come and work on their things, encourage each other, share their joys, just sit down with other people in their community and have conversations, because some people don't have a support system, and that's why we have community. I grew up going to church every Sunday, and that was the community that I had. But eventually, it wasn't a community that served me anymore. It was a community that was, it didn't feel as safe, you know? As a queer person, as a woman, more or less, I didn't feel necessarily safe in those environments anymore. And, you know, school community, public school was hard. Peer groups weren't always as supportive as community could be. So I guess I just kind of learned not to trust my community and think of it as a place of judgment and fear. And the global community, you know, the idea of it being online felt much safer. But at the same time, there's still that fear of being perceived, right? So like I still haven't been editing vlogs and posting them as much, but I haven't felt the urge to. I've posted some videos, and we'll get more into that, but yeah, this has really opened my eyes to how wonderful of a community I have around me, and especially in these trying times, these truly unprecedented times that, oh, my heart goes out to Palestine, Congo, and my own country, America. Free America. We're not free right now. People can get kidnapped by masked, anonymous officers. The Gestapo. ICE is our Gestapo. Things are crazy. Free speech is under attack. Our rights are under attack. They have a whole plan to just turn us inside out. And it's heartbreaking. Which is why we need community now more than ever. So I'm very, very glad that I am more active in my community and not only going into spaces where I feel safe to express myself, but also trying to create new spaces for that. It's very important to me. Very, very important to me. And I still feel like not ready to like open up an event, but at the same time, when will I be? If not now, when? These are terrifying times. So that's going into fall. But all thanks to every moment that I spent this summer really breaking down what I was being drawn to. So many times I was like, I need to go somewhere to work on things. Even though I have this beautiful setup, this beautiful desk, I'm so grateful for everything that I have, including this space. But I didn't feel productive here very much. I would sit down and I would scroll because that's what I would do when I was working from home. When I had a moment, I would scroll, right? When I wasn't forced, like, you have to remove yourself, like, the way that we have to give our time just to survive, sell our attention and sell our time so that we can survive. And that time and attention that we're giving is an energy that we're receiving too. So that was so draining for me, working from home in customer service, as much as I love people, right? And that was a community that I was a part of. It was so draining because people would yell at me, people would be mad at me for things that not my fault. It was a time. And so then because I was being drained, I needed to dissociate, and I needed to remove myself from reality and the moment that I'm in so that I could, like, be okay with existing. Which is so stressful. And, like, this is a reality for so many people, I'm sure. So if you're in that, you're not alone. And our time and attention are, I've said this before on my channel, but it's our greatest asset, our time and our attention. I don't know if I've said attention before, but it's true. Your attention is an asset. That's why social media wants you to keep scrolling, because they want you on their app. They want you to see the ads and make money. Like, that's their entire goal. It's not about you. It's profit over people. And so you need to have your best interest and people's best interest to be your priority, because companies are not prioritizing you. The government is not prioritizing you. The American government is a business. They are looking for more ways to legalize slavery. That's what they're doing overall. They want to incarcerate people because incarceration is legalized slavery. So they're making a bunch of things illegal so they can put more people in jail. And these companies that buy these jails are for-profit companies that are then subsidized by the government. This is not what I was going to talk about, but I guess it's what's coming out. That's what they want. They want to legalize slavery, and so they will do whatever they can to get your time and attention. In jail. Anyway. Back to the point of this video. I'm recentering my time and attention. I'm pivoting. And this summer was the great pivot. The great pivot. Pivot! Pivot! So I really had to decide what I was doing with my time and attention. And I had all these plans and ideas. I made that beautiful bulletin board and color-coded it and everything. And guess what? That bulletin board looks exactly the same as it did in the video that I posted in June. I filmed in May. It's over there. It's above my bed. I've put some other things on there, but it's the same dates. It still has May dates on there because it wasn't working for me. I can't plan like that. I need to live in the now moment continually and see what's being what I'm led to do with the thought and energy that I have, what can I put my time and attention into right now? You know, like, what is the best use of my time and attention? And sometimes I'm like, I'm going to this coffee shop and I'm going to work from there. And I'll meet some really amazing people there. Like, it's incredible. Or, like last week, I'll be led to walk to the gym at 8 in the morning. And by the time I get home, I have a new little side job that I'm going to be a little barista at a little coffee trailer a couple days a week. Not because I, like, need a job, but because I quit my job, but because it's set up across from the park that I love to walk through, like, all the time. And it's a beautiful view. And I can't even imagine how stunning it's going to be to stand there in the morning as the sun comes up over the park and the trees are going to be turning. It's going to be beautiful, and I'm so excited. And I'm, working for this small business owner. She just started this coffee trailer truck. And also, my dad delivers coffee for a local coffee roaster. And when I was talking to him and my mom about a new little job that I randomly got on a Monday morning, he was like, wait, I delivered coffee to them last week. So my dad delivered her coffee, and I drank it and decided to get a job with her. My dad was like, you can now say your family's in the coffee business. Maybe I will. Oh, also, I have my decaf coffee. My addiction to coffee has been significantly improved by my discovery of instant coffee, because I'm not shaking after having 5 cups of it. But this little coffee trailer is going to be so nice. The drinks are really good. I'm very excited to get to know her and support this entrepreneur. And, like, I love supporting people's dreams. So this is like, I don't want it to feel like a job to me. I want it to feel like a fun, exciting thing that I get to do. And that's how I want my entire life to feel. I want to feel so grateful to be alive. Oh, I cried the other day because I'm so grateful to be alive. I was thinking about Palestine, and it just hit me. Like, I was in my car. I had just pulled up to my apartment. I think I was listening to my music, thinking about the show that I had. And I just started crying because I am so grateful to be alive. I am so grateful to be alive. I am so grateful to be alive right now. And I remembered all the times when I was a teenager where I just wanted to die. I just didn't want to do it anymore. And I am so proud of myself that I've made it this far. I am so grateful to be alive. I never thought I would hear myself say that and genuinely mean it. I am so grateful to be alive. Cracked my neck earlier. Oh. Even through the pain, I am grateful. I am incredibly grateful to be alive. And I feel honored to have the opportunities that I have. I feel like the first one in my lineage to have the opportunities that I have. I have a bachelor's degree. That's more than most of my family has. And I've had the opportunity to not only write my own music, but write it, produce it, release it, perform it. Like, that's incredible. I do come from songwriters on both sides. My mom's mom was a songwriter, singer, guitar player. I feel like she helped me write songs. I have so many floating around right now. I haven't been able to sit down and produce, but I feel like in the winter months when I'm inside more, even like in the fall, like I'm feeling the urges to more lately. I'm thinking about painting with sound and how exciting it is. But I've been doubting myself so much lately. It's been perfectionism creeping in. But performing at the open mics, I had decided that I wanted to do my own show at some point. And so mid-August, I was like, you know what? Oh, someone did approach me and she wanted to do a show together. And we got the dates from this place that I have sang before at a different event. And none of the dates worked for her, which was a bummer. But I decided that I was going to do it anyway. And for some reason, I felt like I needed to do it before September. So I was like, you know what? August 31st, let's go. Before September? Okay, heard. August 31st. You know I have a last minute cram. So I booked it like 2 weeks before and was like, all right, I'm putting a show together in 2 weeks. Of course, I've written so much music, so I just had to pick the songs and sing them, right? Sounds easy. But I've written like dozens of songs. Like, I think I have like 50 songs of my own. Not all are released, but like 50 songs to choose from. And like, I can't sing that many in a row. I like didn't even know how many I could sing in a row. And by the end of my show, I was kind of losing my voice. Not losing, but it was tired, you know? So maybe not an hour and a half set next time. But, yeah. And I've been posting the videos from that show, so you can go watch it. I named it The Journey of the Fool Show because I have a song called The Fool. I've been so inspired by tarot the last few years and kind of recognizing like we're like, okay, obviously life is a whole journey, right? And they're like, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey, or it's the climb, you know? But I think I finally get it. Along the way, we find beautiful rocks on the path of life, on the journey. We find these beautiful rocks, these gemstones, these jewels, not Juul. These jewels. These are lessons that we've learned. Oh. Okay. 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 I've been writing a book since I was 9. And I just got an idea for it. Lessons we learn along the way are like beautiful jewels. We can learn the lessons, we can hold on to them. We can keep them and remember the things we've learned and make better choices. Like little breadcrumbs, you know? Or we can keep making the same choices and live in misery. Do you want to live in misery? No. I want to be living in joy, covered in shiny jewels. That's what I want. Okay, I have to integrate that into the story somehow. Oh my goodness. The story started in my brain when I went to Cave of the Mounds. And you know how they have like, and you'll see these at like museums too, like a big thing of like tumbled rocks, and you can fill like a little bag with them and you pay like per size of the bag. I got one of those at Cave of the Mountains. And I need to go back there because it was absolutely fascinating. The caves are incredible. Ooh, and then I can put caves in, yes, in the book. They can be like the Cave of the Mountains caves. Yes. Okay. That's another thing that I've been doing. I've been writing my story again because my mom has been a writer for forever, but she's finally like really putting her soul into them. I was going to use a bad word, but she would not appreciate that. She's putting her whole soul into them, and she's published a children's book even, and my niece even illustrated it, which is mind-blowing. I have such a creative family, and I just want them all to follow their dreams, and I want to also do that and encourage everyone else to like. Okay. What was I talking about? My summer has been filled with so many feelings. I went through a breakup. Well, first off, the solstice was a beautiful day. A couple days later, I turned 27. And I don't know. I feel like my life finally started. Like the rest of that, backstory. And I think even now I'm still in a sort of backstory. I think 30 is really when it's going to hit off, or at least when my Saturn return is, which I think is 29 for me. But this is all backstory stuff, okay? And change is just going to keep happening. I went through a breakup a few days after I turned 27. And it was hard, but how it happened was not as painful as it could have been, you know? Like, I wasn't deeply wronged, or anything like that. I think we just weren't able to continue growing together. We were kind of enabling each other, which is fun for a time, but we just needed to grow individually. And we're still friends, which is awesome. Though he didn't come to my show, and that did crush me a little bit, because I invited him in person, over text, and I really thought he was going to come, and I don't know what happened. He forgot, I guess, but I don't know. I was really hurt by that for a couple of weeks, but I'm kind of over it now. I kind of feel like that helped me to detach a little bit more, and not like hope for us getting back together, you know? I'm a very loving person, so like I'll always keep my heart open in certain ways, but yeah. My show though on August 31st. October 31st is my mom's birthday. And also Halloween, which she's not thrilled about, but it's okay. My show went brilliantly. My amazing people showed up, including some of my best friends. Well, my best friend. And my other best friend, who actually sang for me, sang to open for me, Sean, it's posted on my community page on Sean's channel, and you can go subscribe to them as well. Sean is an incredible singer and an incredible musician overall, and I'm just so excited to see whatever comes next from them. I'm just so excited. And some other friends came, some new people, some old friends, and my sister brought all of her daughters, and that really warmed my heart because I've always wanted to just be a good role model for them. I've been an aunt since I was 4 years and 11 months old. And I don't know, I'm walking the path ahead of them, you know? And some of them are adults now, and yeah, I want to be a great role model, and so it was really awesome that they were there. So if you're watching this, I love you. And Caden, I love you. It's my nephew. My other nephews, I love you. My other nieces, I love you. But that really meant a lot to me. Yeah. And it felt like so right, like the show did. I was so comfortable up there. A couple days before, I had realized that at the open mics, I've been really uncomfortable holding a microphone. Like, it just doesn't feel natural to me. I was a choir kid, so I was always standing. And then theater, it's attached to your face, so you don't have to hold it. And sometimes when I hold a microphone, I'll go like this, you know, when I'm singing. But I would go like this with the microphone, which is not correct. So a couple days before the show, I ordered a karaoke speaker, like a party speaker. It's a speaker that can connect with Bluetooth, aux, whatever, and it has 2 microphones that come with it that are that just automatically connect. So I got those a couple days before it came. I think my show was on a Sunday, and the speaker came on like Friday night, and so I had like a day and a half to practice with my mics, and it worked. It helped. I felt so comfortable up there singing my songs. It was a beautiful space that I had sung in before, so I felt a little bit more comfortable even. My best friends were in the room. My mother was there. Oh, my mother was there. And she said she was proud of me. And my dad was also there. The dead one, because I brought his ashes. I told my mom, she was like, oh, Mom, I'm so sorry. I forgot to tell you your ex-husband was going to be here. It was funny. But then, yeah, after that, I was so tired from doing my show because I really, pushed myself for 2 weeks. I was doing a lot, getting ready for the show, and, you have to, hype yourself up, right? And you, are ready for it. And, an hour and a half set, that's a lot. And I made backtracks for everything, so removed the main vocals from the tracks that I already had to practice with them. It was like a whole thing, and it was so fun. I'm so proud of myself. I'm very proud of myself. And I went to more open mics that week even, and since too. Been meeting people, and networking sounds too businessy to me, but I've been meeting people, connecting with people. Yeah, and I felt a lot of I'm like living in unconditional love right now. That's really what I'm trying to do. And I don't necessarily identify as a Christian. I was raised Christian. I asked Jesus into my heart when I was very little. Oh, sorry, my nose is like... It's from the crying. Just kidding. But I asked Jesus into my heart when I was very little, and he's still there. And he's my homie. And it's crazy. Like, I have a better relationship with him now as a non-Christian than I did when I was a Christian. But yeah, the unconditional love that he represents and embodied in his lifetime was so vast that it's transcended, like, the world. Like, it really did change the world. One person changed the world by living from his heart, loving every single person, and even embodying sacred rage. He wasn't just a people pleaser, okay? No, he knew when to say no, which is the next lesson that I know I need to learn, because as I'm getting more into this industry of music, already I've been approached by several people who want to collab with me, who want to work with me, who are interested in starting a new label and has been looking for an act like me for a long time. And, I have to really use my discernment to see what opportunities are for me and what aren't for me. But not with my head. I have to feel with my heart. That's the thing. Feeling with your heart and, like, knowing. The knowing is here and here, right? The knowings aren't up here. I can think and I can plan and I can do all of the things, like make schedules, and I can make bulletin boards, and I can write down ideas, but it happens, like, we live from here, we don't live from here. This is just the compass. This is the GPS, but this is what we type into the search bar to know where we're going. This is just what helps us get there, right? It's a tool to understand our world and exist here without dying. Okay, our brain and our body, they have a job. And I've been really working hard to, like, improve my relationship with my body too. Yeah, I haven't been going to the gym as much, but I've been, I gotta sit up straight. Been, doing yoga. I have, over the last couple of weeks, I actually stopped smoking hemp, which I've been smoking pretty much daily for, like, a couple years. And it started to become not what it was originally for, which originally it was for self-medicating and keeping me not anxious. But I don't really have much to be anxious for right now, anxious about. And I have medication. Like, I take my meds because my human body does fear being alive. Being alive is stressful for me. So in order for me to, like, be in the moment, I have my medication. And one of the medications that I was using on my own was the hemp. But now, it was actually hindering me. So I stopped smoking a couple weeks ago. First couple of days were rough, but since then I've had more energy. Last night I had a tincture, though, in my drink. And today I woke up late, groggy. I even took a nap this afternoon after only being awake for like 5 hours. I'm like, I didn't do that much yesterday. Like, yeah, I sang, but that shouldn't wipe me out that much. And it hasn't been. Like, I was getting up at 7, 8 a.m. earlier this week. And I'm supposedly PMSing right now. But I've had a great week. So, no more THC for me. I think I'm done with that. I think its time has passed. And I need to focus. And not even like focus. It's not even like focus. It's like, I don't need my mind to go away anymore. I have been trying Amanita muscaria microdoses, which do help me a little bit just to just zone in on something, but it doesn't feel like I'm high. It doesn't feel like I'm out of it. Like, and it helps me sleep, but I feel rested the next day. So, take care of your body. I've been eating. And it's crazy. When you eat several times a day like you're supposed to, you actually feel better. Who would have thought? I also was like, I think a lot of the smoking was like an oral fixation thing. And now that I don't have that oral fixation, I think like, okay, I feel like I have to put something in my mouth. Like, is it time to eat? Oh yeah, it is time to eat. I should probably eat something. Instead of getting high, I'm actually eating food. So it's been a really good summer. And I'm really sad to say goodbye to it. I am. Goodbye, summer. And you know what's crazy? Today I pulled some cards for myself. And I pulled from this Magical Unicorns Oracle deck. And I asked my inner child to pull my card. I was like, what does she need to tell me? And I shuffled a bit, and then there was one point where I was like just tapping, and there was just one card in my fingers, but I tapped a few times, and I was like, okay, I guess it's this one. And I looked at it, and it was, I'll get it out. Because when this happens, it's like crazy, It was this card. Hello and goodbye. You will soon see that this change will make things better. And I was like, what change? I don't know. There's no change, really. And I was like, I don't think that was right. I don't think that was the card I was supposed to pull. So I shuffled again, and it flew out. Like, I was shuffling for maybe another 2 minutes, and it flew out. And I was like, okay, what? And it landed like this. And I was like, okay, what? And I was like, if this is that card. And it was. And I was like, okay, got it. It was this card. Trust myself. And I'm going to read this to you because hello fall and goodbye summer. You'll soon see that this change will make things better. Your life is changing, and you may feel that you don't have much control. Yet you're safe and taken care of during this time of change. During your life, you'll experience many changes. As you say goodbye to the old and hello to the new, you'll learn that change is a part of everyone's life. You may feel sad to say goodbye, and you may feel afraid of what will happen in the future. This card tells you that new friends are coming your way. You aren't alone, though, as you will always have. You aren't alone, though, as you will always have old friends and current family members who love you and care about you. So please tell them about your feelings. Change helps you let go of anything you've outgrown. As you say goodbye to the past, you'll always keep the love and lessons you've learned safely within your heart. They're treasures that you'll always keep through your life. Say hello to the new people, places, and events that are coming to you. There's nothing to fear about your future. It's happy, bright, and will be lots of fun. And I did need that because as much as I sit here and I say I am proud of myself and I'm so excited, every morning I wake up and I think, is this right? Am I being foolish? Is this the day that I should give up? And each day, I have to make the choice to continue in this change. Because I am driving, okay? And even if some things are out of my control. Oh shit, is it raining? I think it's raining. I have stuff on the porch. Ah! It is not raining. It's like a fan or something. Each day, I choose this future. And I'm scared. I'm scared, like, what if I can't handle it? What if they were right? What if this is all a waste of time, of money, my attention? But no. I know. This is what I'm meant for. To create. The music specifically. I think I dreamed up this album cover when I was much younger. When I was in 5th grade, I went around to my classmates. I was like, which stage name should I use when I'm a famous singer? which autograph looks better? I always imagined myself in front of the giant Lake Michigan coastline. And I feel like I sent this image back to myself. Like, yes, you are going to be a singer. Don't feel bad. Like, I mean, it was definitely a weird thing to do. But I was 10. You're allowed to be weird when you're 10. If you're 10, you're allowed to be weird, okay? But also go to YouTube Kids because or watch educational history videos or something. Like, use your time and attention wisely. I was always like, I don't know what people are talking about, like all this difficult stuff you have to work through as an adult. Like, no, I'm gonna be fine. And I did end up traumatized by some things and do have to work through things. And I continue to choose that. I have to wake up in the morning and I listen to encouraging messages from the universe, through like channeled messages, where it's basically like, stop being mean to yourself, basically. Stop doubting things that you know in you to be true. The knowing. Follow the knowing. And it's just that every day. I have to choose that every single day. Like, it's not just magically you choose a day. You choose and you step into this new life and all of a sudden you're doing everything perfectly. No, you have to choose it every day. And so the last few months, I continue to choose it. And there are days where I am struggling. But then there's other days where I am so grateful to be alive. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful that you're alive. I love you. And I think that's all I have for today. I might edit this with visuals throughout my summer. I have a lot of footage from the summer that I haven't posted. But I think it's very necessary for me I think I'll be able to look back at it and look back at it. Look back at it and see how far I've come. Yeah. Anyway, happy autumn, happy equinox, and I'll see you in the next one.